As you know, the wheat is struggling out there just because of the limited moisture, so drought seems to be the key player in what's been holding our wheat back. Welcome back to the Journey of the Wheat Plant. Hi, my name is Sandra Wick. I'm the Crop Production Agent for the Postrock District of K-State Research and Extension. It's been a couple weeks since we've been out in the wheat field, so we wanted to update you on the progression and the development of that wheat plant. So I've dug up a tiller here to kind of show you where we're at, and it's progressed pretty rapidly. So as you can see, the head has come out of the boot down in here, and this is your flag leaf, which is the first leaf right below your head. So this would be considered flag leaf -1 at this point, and even flag leaf -2. So we'll zoom in and show you some other pictures here. But as you can see, the flag leaf is really healthy now. And that's really important, that this flag leaf stays as healthy as you can while this grain is continuing to fill that berry or that kernel. Because this actually contributes a lot to the filling of that grain, a high percentage of that. So it's important that we keep this healthy. Not much is going on this as far as disease and health of that leaf. So right now it's really good. We just finished up our annual wheat test plot tour that was held around the district. We had 4 stops of the traditional variety trials, and then we had 1 stop that was a wheat phosphorus fertility study. So we'll just see how that wheat's going to end up. As you know, the wheat is struggling out there just because of the limited moisture, so drought seems to be the key player in what's been holding our wheat back. So as you can see here on this wheat plant, we have fairly limited root system here, and that's another problem, but it's pretty much caused by the drought or the limited moisture. As I said, we're out here in the wheat field this morning. We have gotten some rains recently, which is certainly going to help with this wheat plant, going and furthering developing your grain and filling that berry. So we've got a chart from K-State Research and Extension, and I've mentioned this several times for you, but this actually has been updated. We just got this wheat growth and development plan from a chart from K-State Research and Extension. It was just updated May, so it really shows you really good visual pictures of the wheat development. So where we're at right now is in the Feeks 10. When it gets up to Feeks 10 and Feeks 11, it really divides that out even more detailed. So we're right here at Feeks 10.5.4, which that means the berry is formed, or the kernel is formed, but it just has a real watery substance in there now. So we'll come out in about a week or two and show you the further development of that plant. So we will continue to need the moisture to help that kernel continue to develop, because if we have limited moisture, that wheat berry could shrivel up, and that could then affect your test weight of your wheat crop when you do harvest it. As you know, we've had some pretty warm temperatures here, maybe a little bit out of normal than we usually get about this time. We're out here, and the next couple days is supposed to be close to 100, maybe in the upper 90s, and that could really severely impact this wheat crop too. But we are fortunate that we've had some moisture, which will help in that grain filling process. So what happens when we get some high temperatures, when this wheat is filling in this wheat head, is it can shrivel that wheat kernel. And so when that happens, then your test weight can be lower, and then what happens from that is a lot of those light shriveled kernels can blow out the back of the combine, and then that can be a problem in controlling your volunteer wheat for this next fall. So if you do notice that you have a lot of shriveled grain and it's going out the back end of your combine, you need to probably be aware of controlling that volunteer wheat. We have been really fortunate that there really hasn't been any insect damage here or insect populations develop here. There has been a few just recently, some aphids, but those are primarily the English grain aphid. because we have about 4 different types of aphids out here. And the English grain aphid really does not cause any problem, but we do have lots of ladybugs out in the field. I just had one fly on my hand here. So, and at our recent wheat test plot tour, we saw lots of ladybugs. And so ladybugs are a predator of the aphids. So they will keep them in check and keep those populations at a lower infestation to help with all that. What about the diseases? We have also been fortunate in the disease aspect of it. Generally, we have a problem with stripe rust. And what has happened because of our limited moisture, it has also lowered the risk of stripe rust here. Even in the southern states, Oklahoma and Texas, they have been very limited in moisture in a drought situation as well. So if you don't have moisture, the rust diseases cannot develop. However, in recent reports, the stripe rust has developed now in low to moderate populations down in Oklahoma, so it has blown up northward into southern counties that border Oklahoma. So that's the report from the Journey of the Wheat Plant. We'll just have to see the report that we get on the yields. So we want to thank you for joining us on the Journey of the Wheat Plant. My name is Sandra Wick, the crop production agent with the Post Rock Extension District.